Hi Year 1, your skill shop is on the screen right now. Today I would like you to take the number 9 and see how many ways you can break it into 2 parts. I'll help you with the first one. So 9, I know that 9 can have 2 parts which are, oh, my pen's not black, 0 and 9. Okay, so those are 2 number bonds of 9. Can you do me 7 more number bonds of 9 in these part whole models? Off you go. Fantastic. Your fluency is on the board. Let's have a look at it. So we're looking at taking 1-digit numbers away from 2-digit numbers. So 13, take away 1. I know I can start on 13 here, take away 1. The remaining part is 12. And I can start on 14. I can take away 3. I'll do a different pen. 1, 2, 3. The remaining part is 11. I know that the remaining part comes first here. And I can start on 15. I can take away 2, the remaining part is 13, and I can start on 16 and take away 1, and the remaining part is 15. So 15 equals 16, take away 1. On the screen now is some more fluency for you to carry out. If you need to, you can draw a number line at home to help you. Pause the screen, copy these out, come back when you have finished. Fantastic. Okay. If you want, you can send us in that work to have a look at, but the work I'm wanting for you to send in this week is the video from Monday. Let's just have a look at these numbers and see if we can represent them in many different ways. So what number is this? What number is this? Well, I can see this number has 110 and 11. So 110 and 11 at the whole is 11. How would I represent that in cubes and deans? So I have 110 and 11, the whole is 11. In a tens frame, I would have 110. So I need to fill up one tens frame with 10 counters. Might take me a minute. So I've got 110 here because I've got one full tens frame, and then I want 1 in my ones tens frame because the tens frame is incomplete, therefore it's my ones. Fantastic. And I want to represent it in a part whole model. So my part whole model, I will have, I'm going to write it in, the number 11. And then my 2 parts are going to be, it's going to be 110. I'm going to put my 110, my part whole model over here, my first part, and my 1 in my other part, because I can split my number into 2 parts. My whole is 11, my first part is 110, and my other part is 1. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at a different number. Okay, let's just rub that out. Ooh. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to look at this number now. What number is this? Like I said, this number has 110 and 6 ones. So 110 and 6 ones, the whole is 16. So I'm going to represent that in my tens frame. So I've got 110 here. And then how many ones do I need? I need 6 ones. Fantastic. So now I've got 110, which is represented by my 110 here, and 6 ones, which is represented by my 6 ones here. Fantastic. If I was going to do that in cubes, I would say I have 110 and 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 110 and 6 ones. Fantastic. If I was going to represent this number in a part whole model, I'm going to write it in. I'd put my 16 in my whole. Fantastic. And then I'd split it into 2 parts. My first part would be my 110, and my other part would be my 6 ones. Fantastic. All in there. Okay, last number I'm going to look at is going to be, let's move these out of the way. I need my 110 because I can see I'm doing all 2-digit numbers. Okay, my last number is going to be, what number is this? It has 110 and 9 ones, the whole is, shout it out, 19. Fantastic. So that's represented my tens frame. So like I said, 19 has 110. My 110 is represented here, 110. And how many ones? It has 9 ones. So I'm going to represent my 9 ones in my other tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fantastic. So I've got 1 10 and 9 ones. I want to now represent this in my part whole model. In fact, I'm going to represent it in my cubes first. So let's see. It's got 1 10. Which of these is my 10s? This is my 10 because my 1 10 is the same as 10 1. So 1 10 and we need 9 1. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. I've got so 1 10 and 9 ones. Fantastic. And now I want to represent that in a part whole model. So the whole is 19. Brilliant. One part is split it into 2 parts. One part is 10. The other part is 9 ones. So one part is 1 10 and the other part is 9 ones. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, so today we're going to carry on looking at 1 less. So 1 less than. So what number is this to start with? Let's figure out what number it is before we find out what 1 less is. So identify the number. So how many 10s have I got? How many 10s have I got? I've got 1 10 because I've got 1 complete tens frame. Have we got any more complete tens frames? No, so that's 1 10. Fantastic. Is this tens frame complete? No. So this must mean that this is my 1s. And how many 1s do I have here? I have 1, 2 1s. So 1 10 and 2 1s. What number does that make? Well, I've got 1 10 and 2 1s. The whole is 12. Fantastic. And now I want to represent it with 1 less. I want to take 1 away. So how can I show that? Well, I could draw it across the same way. So I'm going to use my highlighter to draw my count in. So, oh, it's not very big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got my 1 10. How many 1s I need for 12? I needed 1, 2 1s. Fantastic. I don't want, so now these are the same numbers, but I wanted to represent 1 less. So to represent 1 less, I can cross 1 out. So now I've got represented 1 less. I've got 1 10. And how many 1s do I have over here? Because this one is crossed out. So I've got 1 1. So I've got 1 10 and 1 1. The whole is 11. 11 is 1 less than 12. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so complete the number. So we're looking for 1 less than this number. So let's start with finding out what this number is. Let's identify this number. So I can see here I have 1 10. So 1 10, and are these 10s or 1s? These are 1s. So I've got 1, 2 1. So I've got 1 10 and 2 1s. My whole is 12. Fantastic. But I'm looking for 1 less than 12. 1 less than 12. Well, I know that I could cross this one out here. And I know that then I could count that I've got 1 10, so 1 10 and 1 1. I can cross my other one out. So 11 is 1 less than 12. And I can see that because I've crossed this one out. Okay, let's have a go at this one. So I want to identify what this number is first. Identify what this number is. So I've got 1 10. So I said this is my 10, 1 10, and I've got 1 2 3 4 5 5 1s. 1 10 and 5 1s. Fantastic. Now I want to find out what 1 less than this number is. So what is this number? This number is 15, and I want 1 less. What can I do? I can cross out one of my 1s. So I'm going to cross out my 1. Is this a 1? No, that is not a 1. That is a 10. So that is not the part I want to cross out because that is taking away 10, and I just want to take away 1. I only want to find out what 1 less than is, not what 10 less than is. So I want to cross out 1 1. So cross out 1 1. I'm going to recount the amount I have. So I've got 1 10. I'm going to write it over here. 1 10 here. 1 10. And how many 1s? How many 1s do I have? So 1 less than 15. It has 1 10. And how many 1s does it have? It has 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. It has 4 1s. I do not count this one because this is one that I've taken away. So 15 was the number over here. 1 less than 15 is 14. Fantastic. I like to pause the screen and have a go at this one and come back when you're ready to check it. Okay, let's start with identifying this number. This number has 1 10. 1 10 and how many 1s? 1, 2, 3 1s. This number has 1 10 and 3 1s. The whole is 13. Fantastic. I want to find out what 1 less than 13 is. So I'm going to take away 1 1 and take away 1 1 and recount. So I've still got 1 10 that hasn't changed. I've still got 1 10, but now I've got 1 2 1s. I've got 2 1s. The whole is 12. Brilliant. If you got that home correct at home, congratulations. If you didn't, don't worry about it. It's how we learn. So Ben completed this. Is he correct? So he believes that, what number is this? It's got 1 1 and it's got 1 10 and 9 ones. It is 19. Ben thinks that 19 is 1 less than this number. Well, let's find out. So what is this number to start with? Let's identify this number. This number is, well, how many 10s has it got? How many 10s has it got? Which are my 10s? These are my 10s. How many are there? There is 1 10. Fantastic. And then these are my 1s. How many 1s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1s. 1 10 and 8 1s. Okay. So this is the number I started with. And then if I wanted to take one away, I would cross one out to find out what 1 less is. So my new number should be, have 1 10, because that has not changed. It's got 1 10. And then how many 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my new number should have 1 10 and 7 1s, which is 17. But Ben thinks it was 19. So is Ben correct? No, Ben is incorrect, because 17 is 1 less than 18. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a go at this one. So I want to know what 1 less than this number is. Oh, well, I know that if I want to find out what 1 less than this number is, I need to take one away. So let's find out what number this is first. So how many 10s do I have? How many complete 10s frames do I have? I have 1 complete 10s frame. Do I have any more? No. So I've got 1 complete 10s frame. Let's go to my incomplete 10s frame. How many 1s do I have? How many 1s do I have? I've got 0 1s. So if I've got 1 10 and 0 1s, what number is this? What number is this? It is 10. Fantastic. I want to find out what 1 less than 10 is. So what do I need to do? I need to cross out 1 1. But I've not got any 1s to cross out. So what can I do? Well, I know that 1 10 is made up of 10 1s. So I can cross out one of my 1s from my 10 if I have no 1s in this section. So if I had a 1 over here, I would cross it out, but I don't. So I know I can cross out one of the 1s from my 10. So now, do I have any 10s? Do I have any 10s? Do I have any complete 10s frames? No, because I've crossed one out. So this number has 0 10s. It has 0 10s. How many 1s does it have? Well, let's have a look. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 1s. It has 0 10s and 9 1s. What number is this? It might be a little bit difficult to look at. If you just focus on this bit, it is 9. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to do this one, and you're going to have a go at this one on your own. So what number is this? What number is this? Let's identify this number first. So how many complete 10s frames do we have? Like I said, this is a complete 10s frame here. So that's 1 10. And this is a complete 10s frame. So that's 2 10s. So I have 2 10s. And how many 1s do I have? How many 10s frames do I have that are not complete? I have 0. So my number has 2 10s and 0 1s. My number is 20. Fantastic. I want to find out what 1 less than 20 is. So I need to take 1 away. So which is my 1? Where are my 1s? Oh, I don't have any 1s, do I, in this number? This number doesn't have any 1s. So I know that 1 10 is the same as 10 1s. So I can take away one of my 1s off one of my 10s, like this, because I know that is equivalent to 1 1 within my 1 10. And now I want to recount and find out what my new number is. Now I've taken 1 away. So how many complete 10s frames do I have? Like I said, this is 1 complete 10s frame. So that's 1 10. Is this a complete 10s frames? No, because I've taken away 1 1. So I've got 1 10. Fantastic. And then how many 1s do I have? How many 1s do I have in my 1? This is my 1 section. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 10 and 9 1s. Fantastic. I'd like you to pause the screen and have a go at this one and come back when you are ready to check it. Okay, so let's have a look at what number this is. First of all, let's identify this number. So how many 10s do we have? How many 10s can you see? Like I said, there's 1 complete 10s frame, so there's 1 10. Are there any more complete 10s frames? No, so it's 1 10. So these must be my 1s. So how many 1s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 10 and 6 1s. The whole is 16. Fantastic. We wanted to find 1 less than 16. So I'm going to cross out one of my 1s, because that's one of the ways we represent taking away. So I've crossed out one of my 1s. And I want to find out what my new number is. So how many 10s do I have in my new number? How many complete tens frames do I have? Well, that has not changed. I have one complete tens frame. Fantastic. And how many ones do I have? Well, like I said, my top row of my tens frame is full. So I have 5 ones. So 15 is one less than 16. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a go at this one. So Ben has completed this. Is he correct? Okay. So what number is this to start with? And we've taken one less, and he thinks this is the new number. So let's identify this number to start with. How many complete tens frames do we have? How many complete tens frames do we have? We have one complete tens frame. And how many ones did we have before some were crossed out? So ignore that these are crossed out. How many did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 1 10 and 6 ones equals a whole, which is 16. So Ben has then wanted to take away 1. He wants 1 less. So how many should he cross out if he wants 1 less? How many ones should he cross out? He should cross out 1. But how many has Ben crossed out? He has crossed out 2. So what he should have done is crossed out 1. He should have done this. Crossed out 1 and left that one there. And then the answer would have been that he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So the answer should be he has 1 10 and 5 ones. But Ben has crossed out 2 by mistake and written 14. So Ben is incorrect because 15 is 1 less than 16 and 14 is how many less? How many did Ben cross out? 2 less. So Ben is incorrect. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, this is quite a tricky one. So we haven't got any pictures this time to represent, but I think I can do it. I can represent it with drawing out what I'm doing. So what number is this? It has 1 10 and 2 ones. The whole is 12, and I want to know what 1 less is. So 12 can be split into 2 parts. How many 10s does 12 have? It has 1 10, so I'm going to draw my 1 10. I'm going to draw it in beans or cubes like this. 1 10. And how many ones? How many ones does 12 have? It has 2 ones. So I'm going to draw my 2 ones here. 2 ones. Fantastic. 1 10 and 2 ones. And I want to find out what 1 less is. So I can cross out one of my ones and count again. So how many 10s do we have? That hasn't changed. We still have 1 10. And how many ones do we have? We still have, now we have 1 1 because the other one's crossed out. 11 is my whole. 11 is 1 less than 12. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's have a go at this one. So my whole is 16. So 16 is the first part of this number sentence. And 16, I know, can be split into 2 parts. So I'm split 16 into 2 parts. So how many 10s are there in 16? Well, I can see there is 1 10 in 16. And this time I'm going to represent it by the number 1. So I know there's 1 10 in 16. 1 10, fantastic. I know that is my 10s. And over here, I'm going to represent it with 6 ones. So I'm going to do the number 6, but I'm also going to draw my 6 dots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. Okay. Now I want to find out what 1 less is. What can I do? I can cross out 1 of my ones. Okay, and let's move my number over here. So I still have 1 10. That's not changed. I've still got 1 10, but now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. I've got 5 ones. So 15 is 1 less than 16. I would like you to go ahead to pause the screen, have a go at this one, and come back when you're done to check it. Fantastic. Okay, so let's take our first whole. Our first whole is 12, and we're going to split it into 2 parts. Okay, so our first part is going to be, what's our first part going to be? How many 10s? 1 10. So I can represent that in many ways. I'm going to represent it this time with 18. So 1 10 here. Fantastic. And then my other part is how many ones? How many ones do I have? I have 2 ones. So 1, 2 ones. Fantastic. But I want to find 1 less. I want to find 1 less. So what can I do? I can cross out 1, 1, and I can recount. So now my new number has how many? What is my first part of my new number going to be? How many 10s do I have? Has that changed? That has not changed. So I have 1 10. Fantastic. How many ones do I have? Well, that has changed. So this time I've only got 1 1. So my number is 11. 11 is 1 less than 12. Okay, last one. So Bill completed this. Is he correct? Bill thinks that this number is 1 less than this number. So Bill thinks 10 is 1 less than 11. Well, let's have a look. I'm going to split 11 into 2 parts. I'm going to split 11 into 2 parts. I'm going to say 11 has 2 parts. One part is 110, because I can see that here. One part is 110, and the other part is 1. Fantastic. Okay. Now, he wants to find out what 1 less is. To find out 1 less, I need to cross out one of my ones. So I'm going to cross out 1. And now I want to find out what this number should be. So my new number should have how many tens? It should have 110. And how many ones should it have? Well, there's no ones left because I crossed it out. So the new number is 10. So he is correct because 10 is 1 less than 1. Brilliant, year 1. Okay, your worksheets for today are on the screen. You can pause and copy them off here. You can print them to the school website, or you can pick up a paper copy from school. It's been lovely speaking to you today. I'm excited to see you in phonics this afternoon or on Monday for our next maths lesson. Okay, year 1, have fun. Off you go.